Hello, everybody. There's the cherry on the cream. He asked me to join his team. Here's the cherry on the cream. He asked me to join his team. No, he's. I said no, he's. Come on, load. I just opened a new tab and it's still. Oh, it's on this. Yeah, that looks good.
It's a 20-inch. The one you're writing's an 18, or that's pretty much wicked, though.
Yeah, it looks good.
I think we need one of those, or more than one, multiple sizes of those.
Yeah. To close this a little bit. Okay. Okay. Now we need a new tab. No, I could just use this. To put your to put your model into oh my god, Blender. Ah, that's the cherry on the cream. He asked me to join his team. Here's the cherry on the cream. He asked me to join his team. One, two, one, two, one, one, two, one, two, one, two. That's five. One, two, one, two, one, one, two, one, two, one, two. Yeah, it's 10, that's 10. There was a bead of bread. Mamma called me disappointment, Papa called me rap. Everyone was a bead of bread. Mamma disappointment, Papa called fat. My little dear was a bead of bread. Mamma disappointment, called me. It was a bit of bread. Ma, the airport man got me. Wanted wash a bitter bread. Mama, is airport man got me. Wash a bit bread. Mama, the airport man. Save it? Did I save it? Oh yeah, it's saved in my files. Good. Okay. Nobody is in the chat. Guess I'll be the only one here watching it. 6:43. Ooh. Ooh. What? Wait a second. 6:42. Let's try that again, shall we? Yeah, that's more like it. Okay, it's break time. I gotta get a sip. pants on fire. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Nuh-uh, you liar. You didn't type in my chat, you stinky little monkey. Stinky! Okay. We've been streaming for a long time. It's gonna shoot off soon, guys. It's gonna shoot off in 4 minutes. Three more minutes! These are the flight tests, or fire tests. 2 more minutes, boys and girls. 2 more minutes. That's just a picture. Wait, what? Okay, you guys can't see this. One more minute. One more minute. Okay, I'm going. Which one do I choose?
What?
Which one do I choose?
Just go to Spacex.com.
I tried, but it didn't want to work.
Let me see. Let me see 100%. I just got it from the website. You got it over here, right, dude?
Yeah, that's OBS. That's recording.
This is
I know, I just turned it on.
You're there. This is the thing.
No, it needs to be on that one so the viewers can see.
Oh, so you're working.
It's on stream.
Is this live?
Yeah, this is live, and then this is also live, living the live.
Are you sure this is live? Because
This says
this is the broadcast.
yeah, but this one says live at the bottom.
Yeah, it says live, but this is the broadcast.
What does this mean for you?
You want to be watching
You
this
have
one.
the opportunity to increase your capital by
This
investing
is the
even a
broadcast
small
you
sum
want
in
to be
Bitcoin.
watching. Get
Today,
out of full
we
screen
offer
here.
you the doubling
That's
of
not
your
the
Bitcoin
broadcast.
investment at the very moment our rocket reaches its
On
orbit. The
Spacex.com.
process of participation is simple and accessible to each and every one of you. All you need to do is scan the QR code on the screen, visit our website, and send any amount in Bitcoin. In return, you will receive double the amount reflected in your Bitcoin wallet. This initiative reflects our
Responsible
desire
for
to make
swinging,
space travel accessible to all.
swinging those arms in for a catch, and we'll be testing an operational step on this flight by moving the chopsticks to the catch position immediately after Starship flies away.
That's going to be really incredible to see. As we mentioned, we have a lot more tests planned for this year, so we need a lot more hardware. Today we have ships and super heavy boosters.
The blah blah blah. I hate the blah blah blah.
In testing for the next several flights, with more coming off of the production line as SpaceX's Star Factory continues to grow. The latest phase of the factory currently under
Okay.
construction will come online this summer.
I got my dad in here to help me with this.
100,000 more square feet of space.
So in the top
When you step into this
right,
factory, it is
top left right here, you could.
inspirational.
In the top left right here, you can see this.
Now, this will enable
When
us to
it's
increase our
about to
production
launch,
rate
I'm gonna
significantly
put
as
the
we build
audio
our
all the way up. So let me do that,
producing one ship.
so you guys can hear.
And coming off the production line soon, Starship version 2. Now, with all that being said, let's check back in with Dan for the latest as we head into the terminal
is our way of
count.
making our space achievements accessible to everyone.
Hey, thanks,
While
Kate.
emphasizing the role
Everything
of cryptocurrency
still looks great.
in
We're getting ready to
financial
launch. We are just under six and a
We
half
believe
minutes
financial
away.
independence
You can see when we throw
should
up
be
the
within
graphics for
reach
prop load that
for
we're
all.
almost
And
closed
today,
out. Ship more than
we take the
90%
first
full.
step
Those header tanks
towards
are
that
done.
goal.
And then the boosters right
So,
coming up on 90%
join
real
us on
soon.
this thrilling
So we're
journey
going to see those close
towards
out
new
in the next
financial
couple of minutes.
horizons.
Ship's going to end
Take
at
part
about
in our
3 minutes and
Bitcoin
20
giveaway,
seconds. That'll be
and
fully
together,
loaded.
let's
And then
continue
booster at
building the
about 2
future
minutes
we
and
dream
50
of.
seconds. After all the props loaded
Today,
on, we go
I'm
through a
pleased
lot
to
of
announce
steps
the
to
launch
save
of a
ground
unique
systems.
crypto
You're doing
giveaway
things
program
called
by
pushbacks,
SpaceX.
where you're just clearing all of those lines on
We
the
invite
ground
you
of
to join
propellant
this
before we
exciting
lift
endeavor
off.
where
But
each of
once
you
we're
has
done,
the
we're going to have
opportunity
10 million
to increase
pounds
your
of liquid
capital
propellant
twofold
on board
from the moment
Starship
of our launch.
to help power the most powerful vehicle ever designed.
What does this mean for
Uh,
you?
If we
It
do
means that you
hold,
have the
we have
chance
a
to grow
built-in
your
hold
wealth by
gate at
investing
T-minus
even a
40
small sum in
seconds. We can
Bitcoin.
hold there for about 30 minutes or so today. If we need to wait for final pressure checks or for if we have anything on the range, anything like that. Did just get that the range is green, so we are coming up 5 minutes and 20 seconds away. We are not planning to hold at T-minus 40 unless we trip some kind of hold alarm, something like that. So we could blow right through that gate and go right to launch. Don't be shocked if we hold at T40 though. And if we do, we can hold for a couple of minutes and then keep going. Our window is open all the way until 9 a.m. today.
Now, once we pass through T-minus 40 seconds, a number of events will occur in rapid succession. The ground spin and ignition systems will come up to flight pressure, and the ship will go to internal power.
Now, after that, the quick disconnect arm lockout is removed in preparation for retraction shortly after T0. Gas lines connected to the booster and ship are vented down, and once we pass T-minus 40 seconds, we still have the ability to recycle the count under certain conditions back to T-minus 40 seconds and hold there to assess what happened and if we can proceed again to T0.
However, once the water for the deflector system begins flowing at T minus 10 seconds, any issue after that would be an automatic scrub for the day, as teams would need to refill the deflector's water tanks, as well as the lock storage tanks at the tank farm before making another attempt. So, as Dan mentioned earlier, we are not planning to hold at the optional T minus 40 second mark. That moment basically is what would allow teams to wait for final checkouts or assess prop levels or avionics, vehicle pressurization, the range, the weather. Weather is 95% go, as you can see from these incredible drone views that we have and pad cams. It is a beautiful day. Of course, we have some clouds billowing from the locks there.
Yeah, and again, a reminder that the payload for this mission is data, and our primary goal is to get ship.
I just want to say something real quick. We almost have 1 million viewers. We just got 1,000. We have 99.2 viewers. Let's see. Watch us get 1 million. I'll leave you to the video now.
Success today.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, just as a reminder for the booster, now we are not attempting to recover any hardware today, both either on ship or booster. For the booster, we will be attempting to perform a landing burn to have a soft splashdown in the Gulf of Mexico. We made some improvements from our Flight 3 learnings, so hopefully that will work and we'll see a successful soft splashdown. For the ship, we're hoping to demonstrate controlled re-entry, including a flip maneuver and landing burn, and that will be followed by splashdown in the Indian Ocean. That is the same target as we had on Flight 3, so everything should look pretty similar in that regard. And we just heard the call out there that all prop load is closed out, so at this point, there is like 10 million pounds of propellant on board Starship, which is incredible.
This is getting very exciting. We are just about 2 minutes away from T0.
And as Jesse just said, we are
if you got bonked in the head as a child, you would have known that was 2 minutes until launch. Here you go.
Lines of propellant, and that'll be completed over the next couple of seconds. We're coming up on that T-minus 40 mark. Again, not planning to hold. If we do, or if we get a hold after we pass it, we can snap back to that T-minus 40, and then we can stay there for about 30 minutes or so if any other issues crop up. Once we pass T-minus 40, a lot of things happen, both on the vehicle and the ground. It's running a lot of its own self-checkouts, venting different tanks and pressure lines throughout the vehicle. We essentially built that 40 seconds as that's about how much time it takes for the vehicle to take all of those actions, which is why we hold there. But all of that happens automated. You do a final checkout of the TVC, the thrust vector control, how we're going to steer. And then we see liftoff. So we're under a minute away. "45 seconds and counting."
1 minute until launch, guys. 1 minute. I'll let you watch this.
40-second mark. So let's listen in.
Flight Director
Ty Huntington's going to take us through one more time for a Starship liftoff.
I just want to say this is actually crazy. This is crazy.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, that's loud. That was really loud.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
All right, 30 seconds into flight. The rumbles are still building here in the Raptor's nest. We're seeing 32 out of 33 engines lit on the Super Heavy right now. Coming up shortly is going to be max Q, that maximum aerodynamic pressure as we go uphill on the vehicle.
Max Q.
All right, we just passed through max Q, so we're going to continue on up. We still have about a minute and 30 seconds until we get to stage separation. Starship now flying faster than the speed of sound.
Speed of sound, boys and girls. Faster than the speed of sound.
All right, so you got a couple of views. You got some ground trackers in your top camera there. You're looking down from the top of the booster in the bottom left, and then a camera in the top flap of the ship looking back in the bottom right. So getting a couple of different looks as Starship heads uphill. Once we get the hot staging, a lot of things happen all at once simultaneously. We're going to light the engines on the ship, starting with the RVACs first, and then the 3 center sea level engines. Before we're separated, all of that exhaust gets plumed out the side of the hot stage, and then the ship will separate itself. All but the 3 center engines on the booster are going to shut down, so the booster never stops its thrust while we go through this hot stage maneuver. After that, the booster is going to do its flip, start heading back, and then the ship will be on its own power on its way to space. So that should be coming up in just about 30 seconds from now. As of right now, still looking in like 32 out of 33 Raptors lit on the booster. And we'll start to see those stagger down. They're going to turn off in banks, so you'll see the lights on the bottom left screen of the engines that are active start to turn off in different groups, and you'll see those 3 center ones lit.
Booster engine cut off. Ship ignition. Stage separation confirmed.
Boost back burn start up.
Acquisition of signal. Houston.
Hot stage confirmed. Ship under its own power. Booster boosting back. Looks like all 13 are lit. Kate, we got a booster on the way back to the Gulf and a ship on the way to space.
Acquisition signal. Status.
Ship chamber pressures are nominal.
Ship power and telemetry nominal.
All right, the first stage currently performing the boost back burn. This is expected to last a little over 1 minute. This propels the booster back toward the coast, taking it to a landing in the waters of the Gulf of Mexico. As you can see on your screen in the bottom left-hand corner, we were only using the 13 center engines from here on.
Boost back burn shut down.
Heard confirmation there of good boost back burn shutdown.
Stage 2 tank pressures are nominal.
Lots of excitement. So right here, this is our view of the jettisoned hot stage. As we mentioned, this is a temporary fix to help reduce the weight of the booster, the Super Heavy booster. Future iterations will have a lighter weight integrated hot stage structure that won't need to be jettisoned. Now, after we jettison that hot stage, the booster will begin to attempt its water landing in the Gulf. In the meantime, the ship will coast for about 40 minutes or so up to an altitude of 214 kilometers. And after its coast phase, it will attempt a controlled reentry, including a flip maneuver and a landing burn just before splashing down in the Indian Ocean. But as a reminder, we are not attempting...
Trajectory nominal.
Good news there. Trajectory is looking good for the ship, which is on the right-hand side of your screen. At this point in time, as you can see, we have no engines lit on the booster. It is coasting back toward the Gulf of Mexico for a water landing and ship under power of all 6 Raptor engines. There's 3 sea level, and 3 vacuum Raptor engines that are lit, as we can see on your screen.
These views have been looking incredible. Super Heavy has been performing beautifully today. And you can hear the crowd is very excited about it. As a reminder for Booster, the primary goal today is to do a landing burn and a splashdown in the water. And we are just about 30 seconds away from that landing burn expecting to begin. And an incredible view from the forward portion of the booster. This is basically on top of the Super Heavy booster where we have jettisoned that hot stage. So now we can see this incredible view of Earth as it's making its way back down to the Gulf of Mexico. Right now, the booster is using the 4 hypersonic grid fins to guide itself through atmospheric re-entry. And we are expecting that landing burn here. And we will be igniting 13 engines, and this is a great view. On your left-hand side is 3 views from the booster, and your right-hand side a view from the ship. And you can see those grid fins on your left-hand screen rotating and turning to guide the booster, and there's that landing burn. That landing burn just begun, and you can see the water below. We have splashdown. What an incredible sight. Congratulations to the SpaceX team.
Ship has entered terminal guidance.
That was absolutely incredible. The first successful splashdown of the Super Heavy booster. Loved seeing it just tip over into the water before losing that footage. Now the next milestone is coming up in about under a minute. Ship is going to shut off its Raptor engines,
Ship engine cut off.
which we see right there. As we mentioned before, today's test flight is not an orbital flight, but rather one that demonstrates the Starship's orbital capability. So right now, we are under power with just the 3 center Raptor engines. Expecting those, and just there we could see that those have also successfully cut off.
Ship FDS is saved.
What an incredible...
Nominal orbit insertion.
Oh, there's great news there. The call out we were hoping to hear. Amazing views once again from Starship. We have our second Starship in space. These live views being brought to us by Starlink, which is on board the ship. Dan, what an incredible view we have once again. So exciting. We got another ship in space.
I'm like still jumping up and down. I'm like, this whole building was going absolutely insane when we saw the booster hit the water. I mean, wow. Congrats to everybody that's just been putting in insane amounts of hours on everything to make this thing a reality. And I feel like every single time we do one of these, we're seeing something wildly new. We got to see the hot stage jettison and the booster in the water. But just to recap real quick over everything that's happened. So we lifted off at 7:50 a.m. only 9 minutes ago. How has it only been 9 minutes? 7:50 a.m. Central at 12:50 UTC. We saw 32 of the 33 Raptor engines on Super Heavy make the ascent. We had successful cutoff, successful hot staging, all 6 engines on the ship, powered it all the way into a nominal orbital trajectory. And we've already been getting some live views from the ship on board. After that, the booster was able to do its boost back burn. Oh, this looks like we're actually getting some views from the ground still potentially from Florida, of the ship as it's up there. That's a view from some of our tracking cameras on the ground in Florida. But the ship, we just heard successful orbital insertion, so it's right where it needs to be, and is now going to continue on its way to coast until it comes to reentry. But I mean, the booster, successful boost back burn, jettison the hot stage, and then a landing burn. It looked like we saw 12 of the 13 engines light up, and then that first ever soft splashdown in the water. So a whole lot still to come. Ship now on its way to its primary objective of entry. That's going to be coming up in just under 40 minutes from now. So a lot still to come, but wow, what a 9 minutes to start this mission off. So can't wait to see what entry is going to show us, but that launch was incredible. Back over to you, Jesse and Kate.
Wow. I am still trying to catch my breath here. That was some incredible views that we have never seen before. It has been nonstop since liftoff. And with the booster having completed its job for the day, we're going to take a short break for about the next 28 minutes, and we'll return while we're going to take a break while the ship is continuing to coast before re-entry.
Exactly. As with Flight 3, Starlink may enable us to talk with the ship through re-entry with no communication blackout. We are still testing Starlink during this phase of flight, so of course nothing is certain. However, if we do have views, we will be sure to bring those to you live. Views such as the one, that we had. Well, of course, because I said it, it went away. So we will try to bring those to you live.
Exactly. Views or no views, we'll see you back here at T plus 40 minutes for coverage of Starship's re-entry, flip maneuver, landing burn, and splashdown.
Expected loss of signal, Key West. Expected loss signal, Cape Canaveral. Acquisition signal, Puerto Rico.
Okay, guys, well, this is gonna be the end of the stream. That was amazing, but that's gonna be the end of the stream because I think it's over. It's been 14 minutes and it's been an hour.